What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
Hey guys, welcome to the Family Dinner After Hour, where we discuss about the show we just did on Friday, March 8th, 2013. Hey, my name's Robert Rowell, and with me are...
Seth Hartley.
Jim Teague.
David.
James Brown.
Brian Gorey.
Mike Honore Vetrano.
And special guest...
Kaylee.
Yay! Now guys, that was a fantastic show, wasn't it? Just
fantastic.
Like every week that we have here.
Abso-freaking-lutely.
Yeah. Alright, so... the first thing that we did was a warm-up with Beastie Boys. For anybody that does not know this, how this game works, it's simple. We break off into 3 separate teams and do a rhyme on each section and keep going until we forget. And once we forget, we go, yeah!
Don't give away the secret.
I'm not giving away the secret, just a secret, alright? David.
No, you call him Batman while he's on the show.
Batman. So what did everybody think of the warm-up? Huh?
Straightforward.
That was good. Yeah, good.
Usually, it gets the crowd ready for the silliness we're about to start.
Okay.
Good energy. We had good
Numbers.
length of rhymes in there. So, and I thought the numbers of the people we had, having 2, 2, and 2, was very helpful.
Yeah, we should have that more often. Right? Right, Seth?
Absolutely.
Alright, so the next game we did was called Paper, where you, the audience, write down words that we have to say during a sketch. And that sketch was about prehistoric forest.
Nice.
Oh, it was magical. It had Seth, James,
Yes.
David. How was that? Was it, you were yeah, this was 3.
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys,
Absolutely.
you guys, how was that sketch?
I was the old wise caveman. That was,
My initial intention was to be like Barry, the gay caveman. But I quickly became Pamela. And you just roll. Yeah.
Penelope.
Penelope.
Yes. Cave woman.
Hey guys!
The cave whore.
If people at home don't recognize my voice from that performance, that was it.
Still
Hey guys!
That was the key point, was that you came in as a completely different character.
I think it worked. I will say, I kept trying to redirect you to like, hey, let's have a plot, and y'all were just like, caveman!
Caveman, no direction.
Caveman need no exposition.
Guys, we're in an ancient forest. We should do it.
I spent about 45 seconds peeing on a plant, so...
Although for the competition.
Hey, you made something in an environment and you committed to it. I loved it.
It's
I saw the
short.
urine.
It's prehistory.
The next game was 3 corners, where we had 3 games in 1. What? How do we do that? Why, 1 sitting while 2 people are standing, and the 3 games that we had were 2 balls, Sweet 16, and the one I wasn't in. I forget, which one was that?
Ranch?
Ranch.
That's right.
I forgot that was too.
Rage
Ranch.
That was me.
Ranch.
That was me,
I didn't
Jim,
hear it.
and
That's why I
Mike.
wrote it down.
Newman's own.
Hey guys, how was that scene? How awesome was it?
You know.
I thought it went well. Starting with a spherical coin.
It went in a triangle. That's a
Robert, they loved your movie references.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean,
They loved the Batman, and what was the other one?
it was Hunger Games.
Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Sweet 16.
That was the
was
Mace
good.
one. Not Mace.
Knock knock. Who's there?
Mace.
That's how I would win the Hunger Games. I
Range
tell
Ranch.
jokes to distract me.
We also would have accepted killing him with kindness.
Exactly.
Range
There you
Ranch
go.
was a little serious, but it didn't go on that long. So.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know how that got serious with me acting like a flamboyant.
You did the damsel in distress beat, like you brutes.
You brute.
For the
Yeah.
podcast audience,
It's
I
you
had
brutes,
raptor arms and I just swung them like I was doing the monkey.
I think everyone has a perfect picture in their head of that.
Right. Everybody's seen that episode of Dinosaurs where they were
Yes.
doing 60s dance crazy.
Not the mama, and then got on the floor. Everybody did the dinosaur.
Was it the first episode or the last?
How do you know that?
Oh god, the
All
last
of it.
episode is
I used to
awful.
watch it
Like
when
the
I was
Ice Age happens in the last episode
Are
of
you
Dinosaurs.
serious?
What's
Yep.
going on?
No, I mean, are you serious?
I
You've
am,
actually seen
I
the
am
last
serious.
episode?
The last episode is Ice Age, and then they all die.
That's what
So
happens in Full House, too.
And
And then a squirrel loses his
I don't
acorn.
know.
that was an earthquake.
I would say more.
All right, what was after that?
After that, we had Ding, where in the moment anybody uses the bell and goes ding, it can change the action dramatically of what's going on.
Yeah.
That game was called Puppy Dog Fight in Prison
That
and
was-
involved James, Mike, and David.
Yeah. David
That was
and I
my
were-
favorite.
David and I were the
Inmates.
Inmates.
Mm.
Convicts.
And Mike was
Mike
the
was the
warden.
warden. Mike was the warden
Of many a disguise.
with the expert disguise of making a mustache out
Out of
his
all the
finger.
wardens in this prison, in this one prison, lots of wardens.
What do y'all think? What do you think? I'm trying to do the two ideas for suggestions, and kind of like giving a little more leeway.
I like that.
I think it's better because I feel like you get a little dry with one location or one thing.
I think
You get a little direction.
I think you're good with that. The rest of us need to be better with that, where we can add some more. We usually like give me a
Yeah.
location. And
And
okay,
then,
we're
like,
stuck with that.
It
Yeah.
definitely-
Those idiots will make it work.
It definitely helps when it's
Damn,
an
okay.
idea that we get all the time. Especially, I know, like, that's why you throw out a fast food place immediately as a way of saying, I have blocked you, now you have to come up with something else.
Right.
So this actually makes it better. So when someone yells out, I don't know who, something about the Hobbit, then we can maybe redirect them to where's this Hobbit going to this time?
Right. I think that's a
Mordor.
good, that's a good
Shut
way
up.
of taking
Shut
taking
up.
their
Shut
idea,
up.
but
And I think,
It's a lesson.
Brian, you do a good job of that. I think like the only exclusion of that be is like if you get like one suggestion, you see everybody jumping in the place already, let it happen. But you're good about reading us like that, so that's not even a problem.
Our next game was Experiment Time with Smelly Sexy Funny, where we were 4 different people up on stage and stayed up there the whole time.
Yelling over each other, splitting.
No subtleties.
To be fair, I tried to leave with James, and Mike jumped on my back to bring me back into the seat. James and I are gonna go swim. I love you. Come here.
My attempt to create everybody come in order was, I think it worked when we did it in practice, when we did classroom. I don't know if I can just meld that into everything, which is what I was trying to do. That was the problem.
You're like the coach lifeguard instead of the teacher.
The only thing is,
Same-
like,
same
I guess with the
dynamic.
classroom, it's more order. So people would like sit back, and then you could like orchestrate it from there. That when everybody's standing in line and they were just so close to each other, they wanted to show right off the bat.
I think with a game like that, you need to start slower, like 2 people,
yeah.
and then let them establish it. Then somebody comes in, and then you start establishing with those 2.
I think we did.
That's not a bad idea.
We did start it with 2 people, but then like everyone came in and we all
It was
like,
like,
just kind
line up.
No, it really was. Very quickly, there was 4 people on stage.
Yeah, and it
It
stayed
started
that
off
way.
with 2. End the scene. 2. Line up 4.
Exactly.
The next game was called House of the Rising Sun. It involved our guest, Kaylee. She was a detective. How was that?
It was the most amazing experience of my life.
Whoa!
Most amazing experience of your life.
And she's been in space.
And I am not exaggerating.
No
You need to get out
hyperbole.
more. Jesus.
So, for anybody that doesn't know,
Yeah.
Apparently,
Nobody's
anytime,
surprised.
anytime you spend with David Petrano is not.
I forgot he was in here.
She makes it worse. You ever do any improv?
I don't even notice him.
Well, I know he's not getting any tonight.
So, for anybody that doesn't know what House of the Rising Sun is about, it's simple. It's a song that we sing about an audience member. In this case, it was Kaylee, the detective. And that worked out pretty well. She never graduated, ended up being a road detective, private eye, got exonerated for
Saving the
Pistol
government.
whipping.
The government's son.
Government's daughter.
from the government.
That was great,
Yeah.
by the way. That
The
was
government's
And
daughter,
then
the
it-
mayor's
government's
son.
daughter, the mayor's
The
son.
mayor's son, yes.
Yes.
The daughter of the entire government. I don't know how that works,
like
but,
a Katie
but she
Holmes
pulled it
movie.
off.
Government's daughter.
Our next game was
Liam needs to just
experiment
work.
number 2, called Entrances and Exits
I thought this worked.
for Space Cab.
I actually enjoyed that. I know it was like a train wreck, but that was I
thought it worked fine.
I was highly entertained by it.
I thought it was a silly, awesome train wreck.
But
Yeah.
I think we did it the way we're. I mean, that one forces you to only be 2 people at a time. I think that works though.
My favorite part was just Seth with his heart in it, just runs completely from one side of the stage to the other. Nobody can even get off, and everybody just has a moment like, "Was I supposed to leave? What just happened? Was something?"
No, the best was the hover shoes. With the hover shoes.
I'm robbing you. What?
Everybody else who has stepped over there has fallen.
Except Seth.
I
Now,
just want to get to the prostitute.
You know what? Maybe limiting how many people are in that game would probably be a better idea. But I did like the train wreck craziness of it. So
Yeah. I think it worked out. I understand most of the time we try to keep things in order, but there's only 2 people on the stage. I think we just need to keep the one coming in and out
Yeah, that's true.
gimmick like once, maybe twice. So, but hey, it worked.
Yeah.
Everybody liked it. We were just annoyed by it. That's okay. Next game which we were, I guess, short on time because this one took forever, was the family dinner, our titular game where we have a dad try to guess his 3 sons. And in this case, they were Vitamix, Julius Caesar, the arrogant werewolf, the Leaning Tower pizza made of Xmas trees, and embarrassments. Seth, tell us your strategy for being dad.
I thought as hard as I could and failed extremely bad.
To the audience's delight.
Let's just say that I'm not very good with synonyms. I need to read a thesaurus.
Words. Blend. Another word for blend. 3 letters ends with an X. Sex. Really?
Mike and Seth are the dream duo for a naive game. One will just hit you with blunt facts over and over again, and the other one doesn't know trigonometry.
I give you every chance. I start broad, and I'm gonna bring it in tight.
Whenever you're like,
Let me spell it out for you.
whenever you're like,
You just.
you got close to my face, you're like, bear, and I just rubbed my beard against you. I was like, bear.
Mike, you go from this to this, and Seth goes from here to here.
Right. Yeah, he just saying.
And
Totally
you just,
falling out the bottom.
yeah.
So even though that game took at least 30 minutes, we were still under schedule, so we had to come up with some games on the fly. So we went with a few of our go-to games. The first one, Weekend at Bernie's, which is we do a scene, someone dies, now they have to do it with a dead person, do it again, now they have to do it with 2 people.
Blacksmith.
This one was Blacksmith with Mike, James, and David.
Yes.
Surprisingly, David survived to the very end.
Surprisingly.
Black people
Yes.
die first.
Getting a Walter Mondale-like vote at the very last end, but nobody touching him to die.
In 6 years,
How
I've
did
never
it feel
heard
like?
silence.
Yeah. How does it feel like to be a wee fellow carrying 2 ginormous beasts?
You can say black guys.
I thought it was great because usually sometimes in that scene it'll be like one person does all the movement or one person does all the thing. Mike had a great character. He established his environment. James was the servant, played very well in the scene. So it made for a great third act in it. So sometimes I can fall on his face as gimmicky as that one is, but they really sold it with their people.
David, I want to learn your thigh workout. Those things are tight. They squeeze like, oh shit.
That was my favorite game, and the favorite comment was, "What have you been crushing watermelons with those?"
Hey, have you had him jump on your back and squeeze with his thighs?
I think squeezy thighs could be like a Chili's appetizer.
That'd be great if
I'll have a
that's
side of squeezy thighs and a jalapeno poppers, please.
That'd be great. That's what Gallagher did. Like when he's like, I'm tired of this mallet. I'm gonna do this with my bare
Oh my
hands.
god,
'Cause
their
Jesus told
squeezy
me."
thighs are the
Err,
best.
crunch.
Can I get the cheesy fries and the squeezy thighs?
If it
What
rhymes,
I'm saying.
if it rhymes, it's 50% off. I don't know. I
I'm
thought
so
for sure you were
hungry
going
on
to say this
this.
sounds like an inmate name. Hey, squeezy thighs. Yeah.
Come on, squeezy thighs.
Hey, squeezy thighs. Yeah. Sting.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The last 5 games traditionally is no, like all holds barred. Anybody can join in and do this. No holds barred. No holds. I hold all.
touch.
Nobody. Yeah. The first one was Story Die.
Aye.
About everybody gets a driver's license. So in this magical world, Stevie Wonder, Helen Keller,
Ray
and
Charles.
Ray Charles.
What?
Oh, did you say Ray Charles?
You got.
I totally missed that.
I don't think we.
I don't think
I don't think
Ray
you
Charles.
survived.
Is
to
that
the
what
end.
you said?
I
Is that what
couldn't
you
get
said with
past,
the microphone was right behind your head?
Yeah.
Okay.
I couldn't get past Stevie Wonder and Helen Keller make it out.
Yeah.
I pretty much got destroyed on that. I was done. I was tapping
Could
out.
you imagine, like, come here, baby?
It was so
Oh,
hot.
anyway.
Yeah.
This is great.
It's just nice to see that, just because they're blind, they still made the interracial thing work out.
Oh, that's
that
why.
makes sense.
That's why. Exactly.
Come here, baby. Mushroom or water.
After that, we had a good old-fashioned political debate where it was James and Jim trying to come up with Happy Vikings prance pitifully.
It was
That's
straight to the point.
A minute and 15 seconds or something?
Yeah,
that
I
was
think
quick.
pitifully was the only hard word. I kept on, because they were...
You were really trying to pull teeth with them. You were just like, all right, give me some words. And they're just like, tomahawk. It's like, okay, you do that. It's the most simple.
It was like a
thing.
unicorn.
How'd you get pitifully?
We're sorry.
Because, well, they did this, and it was like stink, and then I was like, they were doing the same. When I heard the words that the other team was using, they were using like stink, stink. Okay, so they're pointing it to their pit. Oh, their pit. Pitifully. There you go. I don't know.
In the mind of James Brown.
Espionage.
I'm
The
lost.
other team.
You need to make sure that the audience knows to clap when I get it right, because I said happy.
Oh, yeah.
And like nobody was like.
I did forget to do that. My bad.
They're like happy.
They're like happy, and they're like
Then
horny.
again,
and I'm
I
like,
think
Back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up.
horny is happy.
they've been here before. They,
No,
you know,
horny's only happy after horny stops being horny.
After that, we did.
And then it's angry and annoyed.
Or satisfied. Or satisfied.
What's next, Robert?
Right, dude?
Why, it was freeze tag, where we do a scene, someone yells freeze, they gotta stand still, get tagged out, and then do a completely different scene using the position they stopped in. So we started it off with some castor oil. Castor oil, come on.
That's what they. Yeah.
You grind him up, you squeeze him out.
Yeah.
Like they're
I'm gonna make you
Dracula.
First you pull the arrows out of it.
I was
That's
reading
what,
the card.
that's what Sitting Bull made it. That little bighorn. He made custard.
Breakdancing Dracula.
The fetus tiny dancer.
blah to the boogie to the blah.
And then after that, we did the Irish drinking song.
Blood test.
Literally.
After that was the Irish drinking song.
Shoehorn that.
And then it was lintering.
With lintering. That was fine. It was good.
Native American sad.
Yeah, Native American said it was
That was an ending joke. You know, we did it like in the third round. So
Man, oh
everything after
man!
that
was a great show, guys, wasn't it? But
Yeah.
there was
Absolutely.
there was one that must have stood out for everyone here. What was your favorite?
Dang, with the puppy dog fight in prison.
Yeah, I guess Dane.
Gotta go with Ding.
I liked entrances and exits to the space cab.
I like Space Cat.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I gotta go with Weekend at Bernie's.
Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah, we can burn it.
Whoa!
Damn.
Robert with the deciding vote.
Oh no, I don't know. I'm gonna go with Ding. Ding was
Ding, 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 ding. Right.
I was too close to it.
no. Okay. So anyway, thanks for joining us. And once again, we are the Family Dinner.
Yeah, we Thank you.
Saying goodbye.
Dings. Threw you for a curveball there, Mike. Mike got it right, guys. Mike got it right. All right, so we're going to play a game that it says it's called Dig. This is a bell. It makes a sound like that. And when that sound occurs, the action or vernacular or accent or whatever you want changes. We get to change the scene with this bell. Much like my blipping and flapping in the other scene, the bell changes the scene. Isn't that amazing? You know what's going to be more amazing? This scene between James and David, because it is involving a... Okay. I want them to be fighting over something. What is that? Puppy dog. Puppy dog. They're fighting over a puppy dog. Okay? It's very important to know. It's fighting over a puppy dog. And the location of the scene is going to be... What is the location? Fighting over a puppy dog. Fighting over a puppy dog in prison. In where? I couldn't write this stuff. It's gold. Where is it?
Where are they?
Prison.
Oh, in prison. Fighting over a puppy dog in prison. Take one and action.
I'm sorry, Nathaniel.
What you gonna be sorry for, man?
Nathaniel, look. Being bunkmates in this prison,
learned from each other. I've learned how to shank a man, and you learned how to read. I learned how to kill a man, and you learned how to hold your pinky up when you shake someone. I learned how to make toilet wine, and you learned how to make love to a woman.
That works.
I did. Yes.
We learned so much, but damn it, Nathaniel. There's nothing for us here. We have to get out of these walls, and I finally came up with a way, Nathaniel. I finally did.
Did you?
All the planning, all the scheming. Finally paid through. Whatever my girlfriend on the outside put a dog inside this cake. I agree.
Hey, Butch and Bitch. Miranda and Carrie, listen. Look,
We haven't had cable in years.
look, I know you two are up to something. As soon as I find out what it is, I'm gonna show you what law is all about. You mocking me? Huh? Huh?
No.
Huh?
We was taser. No! This whole cell is made of metal.
You should have been touching it, I told you. Now!
Damn it, Oscar the Warden. Damn it, Jake the Breaker. Damn it, Steve.
Ow! That's right, my stick is 5 feet long.
We've heard that in the bathroom stall.
That's right. That's why they call me the warden.
Now look, Steve, we don't want no trouble. We were just serving our time, isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right, man.
Yeah. You heard his affirmative tone. So,
You know what?
I've got the puppy cough.
What is that, wolfing cough? What is
Yes.
that?
Woof woof. Woof woof.
Hey, that's some mighty fine cake you got there. What is that, red velvet buttercream, huh?
It's made of shit.
Hey, you don't know that, man.
Oh, yeah.
You won't know that, man.
Ah, the old shit cake. Let's be April Fools.
Yeah, some of that fresh meat that comes in here. We're gonna be, hey, welcome to the cell. Here's a shit cake, and then the gentlemen laugh. We don't have much entertainment, Steve.
Well, look, I want you to eat all of that shit cake and make sure you drink all of that toilet wine. I know it's there.
Okay, we'll do whenever you come back. That will be a thing that happens, so don't watch us. He's actually very compliant for All right.
I'm going to eat some of this here.
What the hell, no?
Oh, there's a dog.
Nathaniel, think. Now we eat this puppy.
No, I want to eat.
I want to eat
perfectly
this
normal
shit cake.
Yes.
This unusually shit cake. This fancy shit cake. This smelly shit cake. Oh, it's so horrible. Quickly, puff and stuff. Start digging. You're a natural digger. We'll buy him some time. Whenever the warden comes back, we must distract the warden at all costs so the dog can continue digging our tunnel to freedom. Yes.
I'll use my womanly wiles.
And I will use my man.
Not the warden, not
Hey,
the warden.
hey, prisoner who's walking around freely. Get out of here.
Sure, what's your plan there?
Well, we would never tell the warden this, would we, Nathaniel?
That's true.
Ah, shoot!
What? Wait a second. The warden was just here. What happened?
Can you teleport? It was
If
weird.
I can teleport without being in prison,
He checked out.
So, how we planning on getting out of here there, fellas?
Well, first you have to give us the standard prison handshake that we all know.
But none of the wardens do.
Because all the wardens in this one prison. Let me go ahead and let myself in because I got a key as a prisoner.
Wow. Well, I think you know this involves your left hand.
Well. Well. Okay.
That's it! That's the prison shake!
So how about you break me off a piece of that shit cake and we get out of here?
I got a better idea. Why don't you just give us the keys and we can just get out?
Okay, here she goes.
Ah!
I'd like you to think you're free.